Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the comments. Let's get straight into it. Dylan. Dylan's been asking, Skinny, help me, Skinny. Dylan says, did XFUND just break out? Got an entry at 330. Do you expect more downside? Again, I don't know. I am not a fortune teller. But XFUND is looking pretty good, right? We had a target for XFUND at $300. We actually did hit $300. Woohoo! So where's this? $300, and then now there is a rally. All right, from the very lows to the very tops. It's 77% up, yo. So we've been mentioning that unification, right? XFUND is gonna do extremely well eventually. We're expecting more than 100x actually from the price here. 500 to 5,000 to 50,000. That's 100x. We're expecting more than 50,000. So I'm like, okay, I should not be promising things like this, right? But the point is that this is a solid chart pattern, right? Against USD. This is against USD. The moment you switch to XFUND, ETH, it paints a different picture. Let me show you why. The reason is you can actually pull a support line across. And XFUND against Ethereum has a very clear support line. And it looks to me like a descending. I mean, of course, we could always just zip higher. But there is danger that XFUND may not do well against Ethereum. You see that? You see that? This means that, I mean, if you were to buy XFUND on Uniswap, right, you would do better holding Ethereum rather than XFUND. If it does fall, that this is what it means. You see that? Do you see that? So the question you have to ask yourself is, should I be in XFUND or should I be in Ethereum? Right? Because if XFUND is not going to do well against Ethereum, which means that if both XFUND and Ethereum are rising against USD, it's better to be in Ethereum. I mean, if XFUND ETH is dropping, you understand the logic? So yeah, again, you have to consider a lot of things. But again, I still feel XFUND is going to do very well eventually, right? I mean, if all things go well, right, things can always drop to zero. But if things go according to plan, I'm expecting at least 100x. At least 100x. I have to touch my ear when I say that. Because I cannot promise these things. But structurally, it's good. It's very good. So yeah, there you go. That's XFUND for you. Dylan says, can you touch on IOTA, please? IOTA, I think I've come across IOTA many times. I've mentioned this many times. So if you go to IOTA, right? Did I mark it here? No. Yes. So if you look at IOTA, right, it's in a gigantic big squeeze. Absolute monstrous squeeze, right? ABC. We're on the way up for a D. We'll probably get an E, and IOTA again is also gonna do extremely well. But I don't really like what the IOTA Foundation is doing. I don't like it because they actually printed more IOTA out of thin air. So I'm like, yo, what happened to credibility? You know, what happened to integrity? It's like, what? Yeah. I mean, like, what? You're not supposed to print, you know, out of nowhere. I mean, you don't create more. It's inflationary in that sense. So I'm like, I just don't think you should be doing that. Anyway, that's my take for IOTA, right? It's gonna do very well eventually, but technical wise, it's solid. Fundamental wise, I'm like, okay, if you can print now out of nowhere, somewhere down the road, you can print out of nowhere again, right? And again, right? And again, right? So I'm like, I don't know about that, right? If things like this are happening. So that's my thoughts for IOTA. Kate says, thank you, Skinny. Much appreciate your clear and concise TA. You are welcome. Keep updating. We broke out. Yes, sir, we did. Not yet. We're still within the confines of the accumulation. Not yet. Soon, but not yet. Thank you for the golden nuggets. You are welcome. If you follow me regularly and if you watch all my videos, there are plenty of golden nuggets here and there. Regularly, we come across golden nuggets. And it's up to you to make a move. Like, for example, Dylan made a move at $330 for XFUND, right? So if XFUND does well, Dylan is going to be I don't know how much you put in, $200. You're going to be 200 to 2,000 to 20,000, right? If your 200 can turn to 20,000, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be amazing? So, yeah, there we go. Where are we? Thank you, Skinny. May I have your opinion, bro? You're asking a lot, bro. Okay, let's just look at it, right? Let's go at Oraichain. ORAI USDT. Yeah, ORAI is in a squeeze. We think that ORAI will break out eventually, but you have to be careful of the volume. Just look at the volume. When there's a spike in volume, yeah, and things are rallying, the top could be very close. You see this? Spike in volume. Right. So what happens after a spike? See, it drops. You see it drops. What do you think is going to happen? Could this happen? Sure. Of course, no guarantees in trading. And we're marking around the skinny pink line. So I don't really like that for ORAI. So I'll be very careful. WHAM. If you look at WHAM. Yeah, again. If the trend, right, is down and things are falling, suddenly, out of nowhere, you see huge volume. This means that something is happening behind the scenes, right, in the background. This is what you call insider trading. Insider trading happened over here. It started over here, actually, all the way down. Insider trading happened. And after that, bam, the price is up. Right, so let's say, for example, you're an insider, you got in around here. Yeah, you're up 368% right now. For WHAM. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Chirpley. Chirpley, the boys and I actually in Chirpley. Chip. I think I mentioned this before. Chirpley is a very nice squeeze as well. Beautiful squeeze. So yeah, I think Chirpley is gonna do very well. So if you can see carefully, A, B, C, D, I think we're probably gonna get an E somewhere here. And after that, blast off for Chirpley. So yeah, the boys and I are already in. We were in before, on the way up. So yeah, we're doing quite well for Chirpley. Where's this? Love the top 50. You're welcome. Nice video. ICP update. We updated yesterday. What's best, you think? Atlas or POLIS? Both are already super overbought. Atlas, USDT. If you look at Atlas, right, we have already hit targets. We had a target for Atlas a long time ago. 1, 2, 3, 4. Atlas. Hey, we had a target here at $300. Then we said, Atlas is a beauty long term, but short term, we're most probably going under 300. And we did. Let me see. Atlas. Okay, let's look at Atlas. So for Atlas, look at this. Same thing. Star Atlas with the potential completion of a right shoulder should take us to target. And we are already at target. Ta-da! I think there's a retrace happening at the moment. So the question is, where is the bottom of the retrace? Is this the bottom? Could we go a little bit lower? Could we sweep the lows over here first before heading higher? Sure, of course. Again, we don't know how much lower this is going to go. So we have to proceed with caution. And we're already severely overbought for Atlas, right? And yeah, to be honest, if you want to get into Atlas, you get into Atlas before we break the resistance line, right? Not after you break the resistance line and there's no correction. Sometimes you break the resistance, there is a correction first before we hit higher. But there was no correction. It just up. So, okay. Eventually, there will always be a price to pay for moves such as this. Always, there's a price to pay. So, yeah, I think be very careful. POLIS. If you look at POLIS, put your hands up in the air. So for POLIS, again, same thing over here. You see, surge in volume, huge volume. And we also had a squeeze over here. The whales were buying here. Right, from here to here. This to this. The whales were accumulating. And then what happened? Palm. Now we're already out. Right, we're up 346%. From where the middle of this accumulation place is. Right. Insider trading, boys and girls. Insider trading, to be honest. The first insider trade happened over here. Look at this. Somebody just aped in. Some noob just aped in. And so, yeah, there's a big spike. I still would expect POLIS to do extremely well. We're probably going to go back to double digits, or close to double digits, I would say. probably $6 or $7, I think. Right now we're 60 cents. That's 10x. 10x, but it's not so simple. Again, I still would recommend waiting for a proper retrace first, maybe an accumulation phase first before going higher. So by the time this completes, it could be June, maybe? Summer! The summer bull run, right? So again, we're not too sure. So I preach caution, right? There are plenty of other coins that has yet to break out, that has yet to make moves such as this, right? Bottom to the top. 500-600%. Plenty of other coins. So I would suggest looking for those other coins, right? Yeah, there you go. What's happened with IOTA? Can you give us some insight? Okay, IOTA, let me tell you why. IOTA 100, I think they generated 100 million. Let me see if I can get it on Reddit. Yeah, look at this. IOTA launches 100 million entity in Abu Dhabi to create digital network. Right. I know you woke up this morning, saw a ridiculous bump, and you're smiling. That's great. Correct. So you look at what Bombinka is saying. Remember, this 100 million come from inflation forced on all holders by increasing the supply. Right. And the IOTA Foundation said they will never do that. And they did that. Where's the credibility? Where is the integrity? Can I trust you not to inflate the token in future? What's that? Yeah, so I don't really like this. I'm not saying, the technical wise IOTA is still solid. So, I mean, if the right timing comes for us, we'll probably take a trade for IOTA. But yeah, we'll just, close our nose and close our eyes and just trade it. I don't really like this. Yeah, you say you won't do it, but then you do it again. It's like, bro, I want to trust you, bro. I want to trust you. What has happened with IOTA? Yeah, so that's it. Hey, Skinny, hope you are better now and over your darkest days. Yeah, it's all bright and sunshine and rainbows and butterflies. Thank you very much. It's all good. Crypto Tuber should extend the top 50. Yo, we normally do the top 50. But on Fridays, if I read a lot of comments, I can't do top 50, right? Because it will take up too much time. So Chainlink AVEX dot, yeah, I did it. I did it this week. So I hope you check it out. This market has me just throwing my hands up. Yes, sir. Put your hands up in the air. FUD. BTC pre-halving scared. Bro, what I mentioned over here is to just keep your mind open, just in case if things happen, right? If there is a dip, it is buying. It is a buying opportunity. Not that, because if you, let's say, for example, right, if you get in when things are already rising, right, and you get in here, and then there is, let's say, a pre-halving scare that happens, bam! Bro, this is buying opportunity. This is a great buying opportunity, right? So don't be afraid of FUD. You want FUD. The reason why you want FUD is because it will pull the price lower and it allows us to make an opportunity, to make a trade. It gives us an opportunity to buy things much lower. You see that? So FUDs are welcome because it makes things cheaper. It makes good, solid projects cheaper. So, yeah. That's great. Always want to know if if I would accidentally cut my finger. Yes, sir, your fingers can actually grow back, right? Where your fingernail comes out, as long as you don't cut behind the place where it comes out. If you cut in front of it, right, in front of your fingertip, it can always grow back. Do you know that? Science. Let's see. Dijon says, skinny up your view. Yeah, I fixed it. What's your price prediction for PAAL? Seems to be doing a correction. If you look at PAAL, yes, it's doing a correction. Yes, it is. But we're coming back up. So I'm not too sure what's gonna happen over here. Are we gonna consolidate, head higher? Are we gonna get a higher high? Maybe. Look at this. There's already a loss in strength. Right. Even the RSI is getting lower and lower and lower. Right. I suspect if we were to go slightly higher and start curving back down, this whole thing could be a head and shoulders. It could be reversing back down. So to be honest, I don't think this is a good area to be buying PAAL. Again, look at a spike in volume. Do you see a spike in volume over here? It usually marks the top. Usually, right? No guarantees, but usually marks the top. Look at a spike in volume, right? It usually marks the top. And after that, you know what happened? We dropped. Do you think we're going to drop? I don't know. At the top here, to the very bottom, at our target, precisely hit our target, was 73%. Do you think that we could also drop another 73% for PAAL? Would it be wise to wait for things to fall? FUD. You want FUD, right? To pull the price lower, if you are a true blue believer of PAAL and you've already done your homework, you will want to welcome FUD so that you can buy PAAL at much cheaper prices. You see that? So there are a few narratives that I can think of, which is FUD, but we are looking for it, to be honest, and this will give us again opportunity to buy things lower, right? So FUD is good, to be honest. You want to have FUD. The thing to, I mean, the mindset you want to have is FUD is good, but you want to learn where the bottom is, how to identify bottoms, and how to trade reversals. Yeah. So this is a skill that you want to have. Very important to have that skill, right? Technical analysis, it freaking works. Couple Tunnel says, how's your hand, bro? What's your price prediction for PAAL? Okay, well, this is one, bro. Straight here says, bro, saw your order. Yeah, I think I've sorted it. Let me know if it's still not sorted yet. Divinder says, Alice is one. Alright, boys and girls. I guess that's it for today's comments replying session. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Ta-da!